One of those disturbing incidents of the last 24 to 48 hours. 11 people have been killed and 14 others injured in Saulsville in Pretoria. The wounded have been taken to hospital. The circumstances surrounding the incident are still unclear. Let's go to SABC News reporter Kelvin Dludla, who joins us now from Saulsville for an update. Good afternoon, Kelvin. So one of those, as I say, truly tragic incidents that speak to the state of play in the country as far as safety and security is concerned. What are you gleaning by way of detail around this incident?
Good afternoon to you, Tula Sizwe, and to our SABC viewers at home. This is a very sad situation indeed. We spoke to some of those who are the next of kin of those who perished in this tragic incident. We spoke to eyewitnesses. We spoke to the police officers on this matter. We are told that at around 4:30, such a tragic incident occurred. Patrons were enjoying they were drinking to last season. We were told that after that some assailants came in and then they shot several shots. 10 people died on the scene and 15 of them were taken to the nearest hospital, but unfortunately one of those succumbed to his injuries. We are told that the MMC responsible for community safety here in the city of Tshwane, Hannes Dikos here is with me. He will be able to explain more on what really transpired and their role thereof. Thank you very much, MMC, for your time. You can tell us now about this tragic incident on what happened here today.
I was on my way to Kuruleni and then I received the news because I had another meeting that side. I immediately turned around, and when I came here to Atteridgeville in Saulsville at the hostel, there was about 10 people that were shot dead, 15 that went to hospital, and as I understand, one has passed on in hospital. Now, the SABs are busy with an investigation at this moment of time. So what we are doing is we're just waiting for the results from the forensic investigation. So once it's still under investigation, we can't say too much. But from TMPD side, we are ensuring the community safety. We're having regular patrols. We are busy enforcing our TMPD teams. This week we'll most probably launch another 24 vehicles. So visibility in the city of Tshwane is priority number one. We've also launched our holiday season plan. So it's not just road safety and pedestrians. We continue with the normal operations per week. As I said previously, we're having every Friday Operation Riaspana, where we look at compliance for liquor licenses. We're looking at spaza shops, non-compliance of building plans, all those things. And we have an MOU with National Provincial Commissioner. So we are working in collaboration. We're also working with the IGR, with the MECs and all the other municipalities. So the operations that we're doing is not just in Tshwane, we're doing the whole of Gauteng. I think the collaboration is very important. But like I said as well, we're standing for zero tolerance when it comes to corruption. We condemn this kind of violence. We're not just here because of 16 days of activism. We are really working 365 days to ensure the safety of our people.
Let's talk about the rate of crime here, especially in this hostel.
This was one of the safest places in Pretoria, or Tshwane, as we know it. And this is a very old place coming from the old regime, which we inherited. And I must say the MMC of housing is really, we're not separating any community from any region. We're not just looking at the high society people, but we're also looking at those people that stayed behind in the past. So we're looking at possibilities of moving people, trying we got an inner city rejuvenation plan where we actually want to uplift our communities to ensure that when they go to school, they are safe, but also the place of safety where they stay. So we will investigate this matter specifically. In this case, there was a petition from this community to the city of Tshwane concerning service delivery, which we have addressed. We had several imbizos. Our deputy executive mayor standing next to me, he was also part of that discussion. So we are in constant communication with our communities to ensure that we don't go to the road, but that we discuss things before. Because I believe that we are a government that comes to the people, to serve the people, for the people. They need to get what they are paying for.
We have been reporting on incidents that occurs in Hostel, be it your Dube in Soweto, be it this Hostel. Most of the Hostel dwellers are complaining that it's easy for perpetrators to come in and commit crime here because it's difficult to apprehend them when they are inside here.
It is very difficult because what we also found with the illegal spaza shops in the CBD, and I'm sure the Deputy Mayor can also vouch for me, when you look at the front of the building, it looks like just a normal spaza shop with a door. But the moment that you go in, you've got all these false trap doors that really leading to other rooms. In the hostels, you'll see it's the same thing. In Pretoria West, we've got a situation where this gentleman is building illegally, Mr. Osaba, and I mean, we can mention his name because he's a legal foreigner in our country. We demolished one of the buildings because we're taking zero tolerance. If there's no building plans, we demolish. But for the people dwelling here, we need to look at our budgets. We need to see what is the way that we as a city can maybe upgrade everybody in the same way. Because for me personally, I've been on the ground all along. I look at these hostels and I realize, but the conditions that these people are living in is just not, it's not healthy. That's why we have all these different stakeholders coming. But we also need to look at the budget, because if you look at it at this moment, DM, we've got something like 504 informal settlements within the city of Tshwane. And they still do. We actually now put a plan in place on land invasion to curb that it doesn't enlarge. But I must say, in all honesty, and people might not like it to hear this, because they don't call me Rambo for nothing. We are here to make sure things are done in a proper manner. But we're going to have to go to national government to close our borders. We don't have a problem if people come into our country, but come in legally. And this is one of the problems. Now, in this area specifically, we didn't find any sort of violence or people are fighting each other. It was actually cool and calm because of our communication with the community. But as long as there's still investigation with the SABC, with the moment that we get any information, we can then talk about that.
Okay, thank you very much. Before we wrap, let us engage with the Deputy Mayor of the city of Tshwane. With this event, we have been reporting about Izitobeni and other areas. Where is the problem?
The problem is perhaps, unfortunately, I'm going to say it bluntly, our residents are desperate, and in the process they rent out to criminals who are coming elsewhere, and they don't have identification of them, and in the process they harbor criminals. Like now, and you've cited Zitubeni, we realized that 3 of the perpetrators are illegal foreigners. So if they didn't give them access, they would have not been part of this program. But now here, the poor person is trying to make means with a tavern, and that have attracted criminals to this area. And when they come, you can't search them. Unfortunately, there's no access control, there's no administration, you just rent it out, and there's no documentation. So that is why it's difficult for us to track them. But on Tuesday, we activated the program of Festive of Security in the city, and this is one of the areas that we identified as hotspot. So we're going to follow up, and we're going to deploy our security so that they can augment the SAPS.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. They are telling me to wrap. Thank you very much for your time. That was the Deputy Mayor, Eugene Modise, and a member of Mayoral Council here at the city of Tshwane. They were engaging with SABC News about this tragic incident that took place around 4:30 this morning. Brigadier Mate confirming that the youngest victim is a 3-year-old. We are told that there were 3 children, a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 12-year-old, and it is believed Chula Sizwe that 3-year-old and the 6-year-old are the children of the owner of this shipping. Atenda Mate confirming that that was an illegal shipping. We are told that 25 people were shot, 11 of them died, and 14 of them are still in hospital. Chula Sizwe.
All right, Kelvin, thank you for that update. Sadly, the only thing to say that's left to say is that this is an emergency. This is an emergency, no matter how you slice and dice it. What are we going to do about it? That is the question. But that it's an emergency, our crime situation, there's simply no doubt about that.